From the outside, Maya had a simple, quiet life. Raised in a sleepy town tucked away in Oregon's evergreens, she lived in a modest two-bedroom house with her parents, Jim and Debbie. They were church-going, casserole-making, lawn-mowing people. The kind who waved to neighbors, smiled at checkout clerks, and always remembered to put the flag out on Memorial Day. To anyone looking in, Maya had what they'd call a good upbringing. There were family road trips to the coast, birthday cakes made from scratch, old photo albums filled with pumpkin patch memories, and matching Christmas sweaters. They gave her a stable home, warm meals, and what looked like love in every picture. But behind Maya's steady smile was a question that never stopped whispering, because something never felt quite right. Maya was the only black girl in her entire school, the only one in her neighborhood. Her parents were white. So was every teacher, every neighbor, every stranger on the sidewalk. And although Jim and Debbie claimed they didn't see color, Maya felt it everywhere, in the way people looked at them in the grocery store, in the forced smiles, the well-meaning but awkward compliments on her hair, and most of all, in the questions. Are you adopted? Is your dad black or something? Do you know who your real parents are? Every time Jim would chuckle awkwardly, Debbie would change the subject, and Maya would just pretend it didn't sting. Debbie often called her our little miracle, especially when she brushed Maya's thick curls with more confusion than care. But even at 8 years old, Maya could tell that the truth was softer than it should have been. Fuzzier, like an old photograph that had been erased and redrawn. There were no baby pictures in the hospital, no glowing maternity shots, just one grainy photo of Maya in a blue blanket, taken at home. Her birth certificate felt off too. The hospital name was typed in a different font. Her birth date said August 11th, but Debbie swore they brought her home on the 9th. There were too many small cracks. Maya noticed them, but she didn't ask questions, because part of her was afraid of the answers. So she buried it, focused on school, friends, music, trying to blend in with a world that still treated her like an outsider. Until the day she turned 18. She applied for her first passport, ready to join her friends on a senior trip abroad. She filled out her application, attached the documents, and waited. Then came the email. Her birth certificate had been flagged. Hospital records don't match, it said. Irregular documentation. Additional verification needed. Maya showed the email to Jim, hoping he'd laugh it off. But he didn't. He just froze. Debbie walked in, saw his face, and instantly the color drained from hers. They sat her down. The room felt colder than usual. Maya could hear the clock ticking above the fridge. She could feel her heartbeat pounding in her chest. And then Jim said it. "We don't think you're biologically ours." The air left the room. Her stomach dropped. Debbie's hand shook as she explained. She had gone into labor on August 9th. Their daughter, her name was supposed to be Sarah, was stillborn. There was nothing they could do. Debbie nearly bled out. She was unconscious for hours. When she woke up, a nurse told them a miracle had happened. A healthy baby girl had been found, abandoned in the maternity ward. No mother. No paperwork. Nothing. The nurse claimed social services would take her, but Jim and Debbie, grieving, desperate, heartbroken, refused to let her go. They saw it as a sign, a gift, something divine. So they took her. They brought her home. They named her Maya. They told no one, not friends, not family, not even the church. They signed what paperwork they could, did what they thought was best. And for 18 years, they raised her like she was theirs. They loved her like she was theirs. But now, Maya sat in the living room where she'd unwrapped Christmas presents, taken prom photos, and learned to tie her shoes, realizing she didn't belong to it. Not really. The truth didn't just shake her. It cracked the foundation of everything she thought she knew. Her name, her origin, her identity. Gone. Maya couldn't sleep for days. Her body was exhausted, but her mind refused to rest. She lay awake each night, staring at the cracks in the ceiling, her thoughts spinning in endless circles. The weight of the truth sat heavy on her chest, too big to ignore, too sharp to touch. She would walk to the bathroom at 3 a.m., turn on the light, and just look at herself. Her skin, her nose, her hair. Everything that had always made her different now felt like a clue in a puzzle she hadn't realized she'd been trying to solve her entire life. None of it belonged to the world she was raised in. She opened her laptop and began researching obsessively. She pulled up public records, combed through hospital archives, and cross-checked every birth announcement in local newspapers from that week in August. She searched forums, blogs, Reddit threads, anything that might explain how a black baby ended up in the arms of a grieving white couple. But there was nothing. And then, nearly midnight, she saw it. A red carpet photo on Instagram. A glamorous black family, dressed in designer suits and gowns. The caption read, "The Hamiltons at the Dream Builders Gala in LA." But Maya didn't care about their fame. Her eyes locked on the teenage girl in the photo, Amara Hamilton. She looked just like Maya. Same eyes, same dimples, same nose. Maya searched, Amara Hamilton twin. And there it was, a sentence in an old article. Amara was originally one of 2 daughters. Her twin, Ava Hamilton, tragically passed away during childbirth in 2004. Maya's birth date. Maya's identity. She ordered a DNA kit. Waited. Prayed. Then came the result. 99.998% match. Parent-child relationship confirmed with Darius and Camille Hamilton. Her entire life unraveled and rewrote itself in one line. She FaceTimed Amara. They cried. They laughed. They shared stories. They matched birthmarks. And then Maya messaged Camille. "I think I'm your daughter." 3 days later, Camille called. Her voice cracked. "Baby, please come see us." Maya flew to LA. Paparazzi swarmed. A private jet. A palace. A pink nursery left untouched for 19 years. Grief frozen in time. They welcomed her like she'd never been gone. But something still didn't feel right. Because no matter how elegant the mansion or expensive the gifts, part of Maya missed Oregon. Jim's burnt pancakes, Debbie's humming, the cat on her pillow. They had lied. But they had loved her. So Maya invited both families to dinner. One table. One night. It was awkward. Silent. Until Maya spoke. "I'm not here to choose. You're all part of me. I'm not Ava. I'm not just Maya. I'm both." That night, something shifted. She changed her name to Maya Ava Hamilton Wilson. She moved to New York to study film. Weekends were split. Art museums with Camille. Grocery coupons with Debbie. 2 families. 2 names. 2 stories. But for the first time ever, she felt whole.